I'm Dr. Hu Xiao.
And I'm Dr. Liu-Wei-hui.
We are both digestive endoscopists working in the Department of Gastroenterology and Hepatology in Sichuan Provincial People's Hospital.
We are very pleased to publish our study in the Professional Journal of Gastrointestinal Endoscopy. We did a study of novel endoscopic tangential sewing technique in the treatment of giant gastric bezoars. Okay, Dr. Hu, so why do you feel need to do such a study?
I once met a patient with giant gastric bezoars. However, the stones was too large and too slippery to be trapped by the ordinary slayer. Stones could only be cut a little at a time, and the snare was easily deformed, which caused the operation procedure too long. Also, the operation remained difficult, even using the double-channel endoscopy and assisting with foreign body forceps. Both the patient and doctor suffered. I tried to improve the operation methods. We use a semicircular slayer, which is relatively easier to trap stones, and we use ERCP guide wire, which is stronger and easier to be shaped. So by folding the ERCP guide wire to form a slayer, whose size and shape can be easily controlled by two ends of the guide wire, stones could be cut more conveniently and efficiently. And because most hospitals have this equipment we used, and it's easy to practice, we want to share it to help release the pain of this kind of patients.
This is a really very good idea. I used to be a surgeon. We have to open the stomach and remove the bezoars. This is a great trauma to the patient. So I think this is very good innovation.
Hey, Dr. Liu, what's the working principle of the new endoscopic tangential sewing technique?
First, in vitro, the guide wire can be folded and inserted into these lithotripsy cells with metal head to form a flexible snare. And we insert the lithotripsy shells along with the guide wire into the stomach through the endoscopic accessory channel. Then we extend two legs of the guide wire and push it under or above the bezel.
After completely wrapping it, the lithotripsy shells was pushed further to lock two legs of the guide wire. Thus, the formed snare tightly captures the bezel.
After that, the bezel is cut off by using tangential force movements from seesaw type movements of the guide wire and counter force from reverse movement of the shells. With several repeated fragmentation attempts, the giant bezel was thoroughly broken into small pieces.
At last, the small fragments are entirely removed by the stream back. The whole process will be shown in the article video.
Can this technique be handled by other endoscopists?
Sure, most endoscopists can perform this technique reliably. It is relatively easy to learn and master. So, Dr. Liu, what does the study add to existing knowledge?
Okay, most of the current treatment methods for giant gastric bezoars have limited curative effects or generate multiple complications. Although some specific instruments are invented, they are relatively expensive and operationally complex. In contrast, our method is safer, more effective, less costly, and can be easily performed by other endoscopists, even the inexperienced ones. Dr. Hu, what should come next? What's your further development plan?
To promote the wide application of the GTSF technique, we have the following plans from three aspects. Firstly, further improve the efficiency of GTSF technique, such as smashing bezoar into smaller pieces that can be laterally excreted by the body. Secondly, develop specialized seesaw-type lithotripsy equipment which can be easily performed by the endoscopists and is economical for patients. Thirdly, we plan to conduct a multi-center clinical study with many participants, and the study will provide more details information on this novel technique.
Dr. Hu, please give us a brief conclusion on this novel technique.
Okay, this novel endoscopic GTSF technique, which may pave the way for the next generation of advanced techniques in therapeutic endoscopy, will bring a fundamental change to the treatment of the giant gastric bezoars.